Welcome to today's video on how to build your food truck. Today we're doing something a little bit special. We're actually doing a food truck festival tour where we get to see a bunch of food trucks, and I already walked this place and the lines are crazy. I'm happy for them because that means they're all making some money. The lines are crazy. So we're in the city of Aurora. They call it the City of Lights, out in the western suburbs of Chicago. So let me show you what I found, because this one has a lot of food trucks, so you guys can get a lot of ideas on the menus and on the builds and the different generators that they use. So again, I'm Frank Baltieres on how to build your food truck. Let's go right in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been a fellow subscriber, thank you for watching, thank you for sharing. And again, any questions that you both have, new or fellow subscribers, please drop them in the comment section because I answer each and every one myself. I show you how to build food trucks from scratch, and here we are. Look at this big line, crazy stuff. And what we're going to be going into right now is you guys are going to be hearing some of these generators, the difference between an inverter generator and then a regular generator, the inverter being a little bit more quieter. However, it is pricier, almost double the price that you would have on a regular generator. So here is generator one coming right up. It is a Predator, and you can find this at Harbor Freight. That generator right there is actually pretty quiet. It's one of the favorites that I have seen for people that need a lot of power. I only need 30 amps on my food truck. That's why I go with the Westinghouse, because I put it on top of my generator tray and it works perfectly. But look at this beauty right here. I think this one's called Billy Bricks. It's a wood-fired pizza place, but the design of it is unique. You can see everything, so you might have to keep it clean all the time. Here's the funnel truck. I see these guys everywhere in the Chicagoland area, which is good, right? Because they market themselves well. That's part of the food truck business, is you got to market yourself, market your food, take good pictures, take good videos, and you'll get a lot of business being in the catering business side and also neighborhood pop-ups. On this video and all my previous videos, I will drop my Amazon paid affiliate links. That's a way to support the channel. I do appreciate it. Those are actual products that I use on the food trucks when I show you how to build your own, like this, the propane lines, the electrical, the hood, all that fun stuff. This Honda one right there that just passed, oh my gosh, it was so quiet, almost like a whisper. You couldn't even hear that thing. That is an expensive generator just because, you know, of the quietness that it has. There's a propane tank that I just pointed out. This one's a smaller Predator. Probably pushes about 30 amps, right around there, maybe a little bit less. So obviously this funnel truck, that's all they need. So it works well for them. Let's walk over here back to Billy Bricks. This one has a little bit of an interesting setup that I found. It has this, oh my gosh, what is it called? An Onan, I think is what it is. Yeah, there it is. Cummins Onan Commercial. It's more of a fixed generator that they have on here. This one pulls about, if I see there, yep, about 27 amps is what they use here. Kind of surprised, to be honest. They must be running a lot of their cooking equipment on propane lines or gas lines. But that's what they have here, and it works for them. So obviously they're not tripping breakers, so it's nice. Look at this, right behind the food trucks, you have dinner and a view. You have downtown Aurora, you have the river right here. It has changed quite a bit from when I used to visit Aurora when I was younger, but this is it. You have the food trucks out here. As I mentioned, you have this little pop-up. Look at this right here. You can be just as successful with the pop-up as you can on a food truck or on a trailer. Just matters what you're serving up. This next generator coming up, I'm gonna warn you, please do not buy it. I beg you, do not buy it. That generator is definitely top 3 loudest generators I have ever heard in my entire food truck life, so to speak. Look at this trailer right here. It has cabinets. It's all outfitted. I know they had this custom made because they have this barbecue thing on the outside. I wouldn't say custom made, but they had it made specifically for what they need, obviously being barbecue. They have that open porch there. Where I am in DuPage County, they do not allow cabinets. And if they do, they have to be on 6-inch legs, so they would be elevated off the ground. There's a mini split right there. So make sure that you always check with your health department, because they always have certain requirements. This right here is Kane County, Kane. In the city of Aurora is Kane County. Then you have Kendall, you have DuPage, Will, and everything surrounding the area here. This right here is a Hello Boba food truck right here, or little, I guess, boba trailer that you have. As you can see, it has a loud generator as well. I'm going to get back around on this one here in a second. This one is a little cupcake one. As you can see, there's different styles. There's no one size fits all. Everyone has a different requirement that they want. Even on the outside lights that you see right here, look at this one. This one has little, we could call it little Home Depot lights. I use Home Depot lights too, but these probably are the cheapest ones that you can get in the aspect of the price. Nothing wrong with them as long as they work for them, right? That's all that matters. This one right here has that Cummins Onan generator as well. As you can see, it's built in. I do not know how to do something like that, so do not ask me how to do that. I know my limits. This one pushes about 29 amps, as you can see there. Perfect, no smoky. We have another bad boy right here. This one makes donuts. This one's a phenomenal one that I saw just because Hot Fresh made the order. If you guys know or do not know, I'm trying to change my food truck from rolling burritos, which we make breakfast burritos, over to churros. Will that happen this year? I'm working on it. So it's something that I've been pursuing actively, trying to get the right recipe and trying to just make sure that we get the right food for everybody. This right here, this one caught my attention as well. I could not find, however, where the generator was on this one. It seems like they spent a lot of money on this trailer. You guys can see it has that tent, almost like that overhang. You guys can see it there on the left of my finger. It has cameras. It has a TV, an open sign. These guys went all out. This one's a massive trailer, over 20 feet. Definitely. It needs the trailer mounts at the bottom to keep it balanced. I think they call it trailer balancers, just so it makes sure that it doesn't tip over. This one's a Cheesies. I believe it's a, oh my gosh, grilled cheese is what they make. All these different styles. You guys can get all these different ideas for these food trucks. And as always, if you guys want access to a spreadsheet that I made, it's no longer available for free. You guys can email me, rollingburritosfoodtruck@gmail.com. Very, very small charge, nothing crazy. And I'm also working on a handbook to make it easy for you guys. So I've been working on a couple things just since I'm not building any more food trucks. I want to provide value to you guys in a different way. This one's a monster, 59 amps. Big boy right here to push a lot of power. This one again has a mini split. As you guys can see there, that's the power bank for the generator. That's why I'm like, where is their generator? I couldn't find it. It must be hidden somewhere, and they did a great job hiding it. So props to them for doing such a great job of doing that. You guys can see, look at this monstrosity of a trailer. Great trailer, over 40 grand, easy over 40 grand. I would assume, right? I didn't build it, so I'm assuming that it's over 40 grand. So with that, hopefully this is helping you out when I'm walking around these different food truck festivals. Again, we have a pop-up right here. This one sells Vienna beef, hot dogs, I'm assuming, and burgers. As I mentioned, a pop-up just like that is also just as good as a food truck. It'll make the amount of revenue, maybe not the amount of food, but there's always downfalls to everything. But that one is nice that you can do there. So as I'm walking around here through the back of all these trailers, you guys can go right back to the Bobo one. This one has an open frame generator. That's what we call it, open frame generator. You guys can probably hear right now it's very, very loud. So make sure that you try to buy the inverter style. I always try to push it. There's no like compensation for you guys buying a inverter generator, but it does help you out when you get crowds around you. They can actually talk and have a conversation when they're right next to you. Look at this bad boy right here. Interesting one. I've never seen a food truck like this one. It's almost like a little diner, like a New York style diner. And I always had the question as well. In New York, you guys have all those street vendors right there. My question is, how much do you guys pay to be in those corners? This diner reminded me of what's that show, Seinfeld. That's why I thought about New York. So I've always been the curiosity of how much do you guys pay to be in the corners of New York, and do you guys have to secure your little spot every single time? Look at this right here. We have more generators. Predator seems to be a big one. for you guys to buy. Predator generator, like I said, it's kind of like the Westinghouse inverter generator that I use. So hopefully that gives you a perspective on which one is better, or better than the other one. Look at this little guy right here, little lemonade stand, tiny. A lot of lights though. Look at that, it has all those lights on there. Look at that. Sells Italian ice. I'm lying, not lemonade, Italian ice. So they have a great, look at that little cart right there. I don't know if, I think you probably have to tow it. It's not something that you can drive. Mamalicious right here. They sell jerk and curry cuisine. Let's walk around. I think I walk around this one as well on my way back. This is like the second part of the food truck. This one right here is made in Mexico. And I know it's made in Mexico because it has that mushroom style top on top. And that's kind of like the given of ones that are made in Mexico. Nothing wrong with the ones that are made in Mexico. I've never bought one. I just know that their quality maybe, I'm not knocking them, maybe not the best in the aspect of even warranties. Like if something breaks, who do you take it to? You can't drive it across the border to get it fixed. So little things like that you got to watch out for. Not that something's wrong with them, but sometimes the quality is not the best. You guys can see the water heaters on the outside. Being out here in Chicago, having a water heater on the outside, it's probably not the best thing that you could have. And look at that window right there. They're using a wooden stick to hold it up, so that shows you that the shocks on this window do not hold up over time. I bought mine from JR Aluminum, and they have worked well for 3 years. So I always believe that you should buy a good quality product, especially like something like JR Aluminum's window, Hood Mart's hood. Those are the ones that I have used and continuously use. If I were to build another food truck, that's what I would do. This one right here, another big boy Predator generator. Look at that. Big monstrosity. Expensive. I think it's about $2,000, right around there, about $2,000. And they have some lights there on the side. Again, as I mentioned, any questions that you have, please drop them in the comments because I answer each and every one myself. I try to help you out with little Mr. Piggy right here. Look at that fun little guy. That was funny. Oh, you know what? There's a trailer coming up right here that I thought the guy was doing a great job, just because sometimes we're yelling out our orders. Right here, this guy. He has the speakers. You guys can see he has the speakers. He has the lights up top. He's really calling attention to himself, which is obviously what we should do. But he has that headset on his head right there. And he yells out the orders instead of yelling like Martha or Ben or whoever your name is, Frank. Then he yells it through the loudspeaker right there. And that saves him from having to yell out the names. Look at those speakers right on top. Just got to make sure you secure them. Nice. And because obviously you're driving, you're bouncing around, and you want to make sure that they don't fall off as you're driving around. Harvey's Firebox right here we have, and then we have one more over there. We have Happy Lobster, Happy Cousins Lobster, expensive lobster right there, $20 lobsters that you have there. I've never tried it, and I've never tried lobster, to be honest with you. I can't knock it because I've never tried it. This one's... As we come to an end here on this wonderful food truck festival tour, I want to thank you for watching, for subscribing, for commenting all your questions, and hopefully your food truck has as much business as these do right here. Again, I'm Frank Boltieres, and I show you how to build food trucks from scratch on all my previous videos. So don't forget to check those out and share them. Thanks again.